Okay, that was funny. It just cut off out of that moment. It was real dramatic. But okay, so this would be like the first time in history where somebody's actually like documented their, their full perspective. Like I'm taking my full perspective and putting it on tape. So when I'm gone, people can look at the problems of the day, and then they can take that tape and certain things that I say throughout the whole tape. You can use that to apply towards getting rid of some of these problems, man. So it's like even if I can't be the one to actually like institute the change and help out, whether it be for many different circumstances, like at this point when you're listening to this tape, you're gonna have the full story of what went on in my life, like that I don't have right now. Right now, I'm missing some gaps, and those gaps are my death. I don't know the circumstances under which I'm gonna die. I don't know when I'm gonna die. I don't know under what circumstance I'll be living under when I'm dead. Like, if I'm a multi-millionaire or something along that line, then okay, I can institute some change. I can do some things, and I intend on it. But if I just happen to die before I was able to get to that level, then damn, that really sucks. But that's what this project is for. So it doesn't have to suck anymore, man, because when you're trying to succeed, it's like if you don't succeed, then you're a failure. So how do you not fail regardless? You know what I'm saying? How do I not fail even if I fail? That's the question. And that's a wonderful question to ask. Because if you answer that question, then you're going to know how to succeed when you fail. And who knows how to do something as preposterous as that? So that's what this project is about. It's about succeeding even if I fail. It's like even if you stop me, you can't stop me. It's like even if you pop me, you can't stop me. Like, yeah, let's just say, you know, I'm tripping, right? And I don't die no time soon, and I live like another 10 years, right? And I'm 35, right? And I'm like multi-millionaire, and 35, if I've been a millionaire for a long time, I plan on eventually, or as quickly as possible, building up to a billion because I have this real philanthropist attitude. I want to give. I want to really want to do major major change. Like that's why I desire the wealth and stuff. Like, I want to live a comfortable life, very lavish life, and I want to, help my family and friends live a very lavish life. But at the same time, I want to spread that whole lavish life thing to just the common person, to just like period. I want to like I'm gonna live a lavish lifestyle, but it's because I earned it. But I'm gonna take the majority of my wealth and I'm going to, disperse that through a whole bunch of social programs. Like I'm gonna start social programs myself. Like I may not be able to be a politician because I got a criminal record of smoking weed in a car on Martin Luther King Day in 2009. So that may, mess me up for being president and a whole bunch of other stuff like getting jobs and moving into apartments. But I can still become a multi-millionaire off of my business savvy and creative instruments and being a creative artist and things of that nature. And I can use that money and generate millions and billions, and I can use that money to exercise the same influence that presidents have because that's all. All right, the president is the president of the corporation of the United States. The president of the United States. The United States is a corporation. That's why it has a president. The corporation has a president. You know what I'm saying? We think country has a president. A corporation has a president too. This country is a corporation, man. Business never personal, man. People crazy. So it's like, okay, the United States is a corporation, so you got your president. Well, president, that's why you have tax increase and tax decrease and budgets and legislation and bills and laws and acts and policy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I look at myself as the president of Chad Incorporated, right? So now it's like I have my own policies and I have my own social programs and I have my own budgets. I have my own emotional budgets. Like as far as me on a personal level as the president of Chad Incorporated, I am my own president. So it's like this is my administration and these are my executive decisions that I have to make and the executive orders and executive actions that I have to pass. And you know, and then I have my Congress and my legislation, and I haven't really figured out an analogy for Congress and legislation. You probably got your, you know, your parents and your siblings and your your guardians. That's your Congress and your legislation, trying to pass your bills through them and stuff like that. That's funny. But so on a personal level, I look at myself as a president, and then after that, right? If I look at myself as a president, I start carrying myself around as a president. Like, okay, my executive actions and my executive orders, those are my habits. If I say, okay, this is an executive order that the president of Chad Incorporated just signed into policy, that's a habit. That's policy. That's procedure. That's a habit. Good habits, bad habits. So if I'm looking at it like that, okay, I'm the president of my own corporation as a person, so I'm going to go and I'm going to tame all my bad habits. That's my next executive order or action to be done, and I'm going to eradicate individual bad habits, and then I'm going to institute better habits, and you know what I'm saying, I'm going to study. And when a president becomes president-elect, and they're about to be president in a few months, they start reading up books that presidents read on and past presidents have read on, and memoirs of presidents and prime ministers and things of that nature. People with power who exercise the power and were elected public office or had public office, or just the great people, or even dictators and tyrants, if they wanted to study what they went wrong or things like that. But they just study men of all different nations, all different countries, all different nationalities, all different ranks of high ranking officials. And 3 minutes left. And it's like, I feel like that's where I'm at right now. I'm studying all the greats, seeing where they went wrong, what their flaws were, what their bad habits were, you know. And so you start off with you know, your executive actions and your executive orders. Look at yourself as a president and start you know, really enacting executive orders and actions. And after that, you start building yourself into a real powerful person, because you start eliminating all your bad habits and instituting better, more positive and beneficial habits. And it's just awesome at that point. And then you start becoming so powerful, and your energy start being so right, and you're so productive, so focused. Then it's like, okay, now you can really make a difference, because you've been conquering yourself. You know what I'm saying? You've been eliminating your own bad habits, and like that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. You know, the few bad habits I have, like everybody has their own bad habits, so I'm in the process of eliminating my bad habits, anything holding me back. So I'm not having anything hold me back anymore. And then when nothing's holding me back, I just go full throttle, and I can really make a difference, and I can really stand out as a really powerful person that can really do, you know, damage to people doing damage, you know. So okay, and like that's what this project is about. It's about like somebody actually stepping forth. And first off, see, because I don't, that's the thing about it, when you're talking about death, you know, I don't necessarily have any control over my death. I don't. So I can't say when I'm gonna die. So I'm preparing for it. But if I had a choice, I would choose to like live longer, and long enough to at least start up this stuff myself, so it can at least be set in stone when I die. Like it already be started. You know what I'm saying? I already have institutions set in place, working on it. Like that's the plan for it. You know, like that's really the intention. I want to start this stuff for myself. I want to feel that joy myself. Like whoever picks this project up and says, you know what, I'm gonna do this, man. I'm gonna creatively find a way to make millions of dollars with my talents and skills as a person. And then I got a minute left. Then I'm going to use some of that money to really give back, and really like actively give back, not just give back, like give it personally. Like these people are gonna receive the money out of my hand, or they're gonna see me give the order for somebody to go into my account and make the transaction. Like they're gonna see me verify the transaction in their face. I may not hand them you know, $100,000 briefcase or a check, or I might give them a check or something, or like they're gonna see me verify the transaction in their face. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm be doing serious things out there, man. Like I want to do something. All right, here's an example. Let's just think about this. Okay, JFK, right? He died, right? He died in a real horrible manner. 14 seconds left. Let's start this over.